Hello, everybody. Jess Loos back with another SBCA update. That is the Structural Building Components Association, for the thing at the little bottom, giving you the subtitles. And yeah, let's talk about the Innovative Housing Showcase. Wrap that up. It was a great weekend out in DC. Met a ton of people. I mean, a ton of people. I think we had just close to 3,000 people go through that facility, the structure, the building that we built, which was really cool. Thank you again to all our sponsors, all of the people that contributed time, effort, money, material, everything. It was such a fun opportunity to get out and talk to people, show what it is that we do in this industry, which is build homes more efficiently with time, labor, material, all of that. So, what are the takeaways is really just the communication. We've got so much work to do and all kinds of different facets of components and construction continue to do that. So, I'd like to mention by name specifically our staff that helped out with that. Sean Shields did a great job with it, start to finish. Molly Butts, Ashley Newis, Kat, she did another great job as well. So really, they spent their weekend out in DC talking to just individuals, people in the industry, people outside the industry on behalf of component manufacturers and our framers. So again, thank you to all of those folks. And it kind of came back to reality, snapped back, as I think it was Eminem said once upon a time, talking about bracing. That's something we need to continue to do. We had bracing in the structure in the IHS house. We need to continue to talk about it. We need to beat that drum, and it needs to be all of us. Obviously, we can do more as SBCA. We need to be out there. We've got materials, but we need to talk about it. It becomes, vastly apparent each and every time that we do have a collapse. And really, it comes down to bracing most of the time. How many of people out there in, Trustland are using this document, BCSI? How many of you know it front to back, cover to cover, knowing that even on the back cover that there are illustrations of everything that needs to go from temporary to permanent bracing, long span, beyond that, as well as fall protection. So, we had an incident here not too far from where I live. It's very public. It's on video. So again, I'm getting a lot of feedback on that. And, really you can tell right from the beginning that it didn't have everything it needed. Now, I don't know who the component manufacturer, the installer, or any of that is, but you can see that it lacked a lot of things. And that brings me up to another point, job site packages. How many component manufacturers are using these? I know that it's not all of them. It's not even close to being a decent percentage of them based on our sales, based on starts. We compare that information, know that we have a long way to go. Now, there might be people copying them, but is that something that you really want to be able to say that, oh yeah, we copy the job site package, we're going to cut corners out of the gate. They're about $6 in our store for members. Start using them, figure it out. I know you're probably putting more into banding or strapping into your projects than you are with this little project right here. And it's one of those that we need to educate the masses. We need to be able to educate before people start to do something different and look to other solutions than what we can do with this industry. So that's one of the biggest points that I want to make with this video and beyond. We need to start conveying what it is that we do and how to best utilize that product. If we don't, again, we're going to continue to run up against different problems, and those things, have a weird way of working out. Luckily, on this most recent one that I'm referring to, nobody was hurt, but I know of other instances where they were, and hurt, even death. Gravity, as far as I understand, is undefeated, at least here on its home turf at planet Earth. We need to start understanding that. We need to educate that what we provide is a great solution, but only when it's cared for and installed properly and braced with temporary and permanent bracing. So if that, is one of those things that's easy to move past or to not talk about when you're selling a job, we need to rethink that. I mean, every time you get on a plane, you have to go through the seatbelt, demonstration, the oxygen mask, all of that. Honestly, on the last flight I took, we struck a bird on takeoff, so it brings all that right into like what's going to happen. Do you circle back? Do you have to evacuate? Luckily, everything worked out, but that's the instance of the 1 in 1,000 to when something goes wrong. We need to be able to prepare for every single time trusses go out, especially long span, parallel cord, some of those ones that we know that are a little bit more, difficult to install than the others. That's what we've got to start talking about as an industry. We can lead the way as SBCA, but we need all of our component manufacturers, members and non-members, to be able to articulate what it is and how to get them installed properly. And we need to do that with our framers as well. I know we're talking about BCSI and how we can change things. Well, we need to get things going to where we don't have any instances whatsoever. So that's my soapbox. We'll get off of it. If you'd like to talk about that more, please reach out to me, but also at our OQM coming up in Buffalo. We're looking at July, I think 25th through the 27th. Yep, I got those dates right. And, we can have discussions there as well, what we can do, what materials, what is going to resonate with the audience to where we need to convey what it is that we do. Components are the best way to frame, but only if we're done properly. And that's what we need to finish that. We don't just stop when we deliver the product. We need to make sure that it's installed properly too. So with that, sorry, I'm on my soapbox lecturing, but I do want to make sure that we are protecting this industry. We are doing everything we can to make sure that products are properly installed, properly braced, both temporary and permanent. I think that'll be a never-ending story, but it is one that we got to keep beating that drum every single day. And hopefully this is a reminder to anybody that's still sticking with me almost 6 minutes into this video that we do need to continue that. So till next week, I hope to be more positive. Peaks up, press on, and we'll see you then.